Adventure time. Finn the Creativitist. Interior, Princess Bubblegum's bedroom, early morning. Princess Bubblegum, PB, lays fast asleep in her huge royal chambers, wrapped cozily under pink satin sheets. On the bedside table sits her vintage candy telephone with its upright peppermint body and detached receiver. The phone rings loudly and PB's eyes blink open. She picks up the receiver groggily.
Hello?
Her face goes from a bright shade of pink to ghost white.
What? Get me Finn and Jake.
Interior, Princess Bubblegum's control room an hour later. Princess Bubblegum sits in front of a huge set of surveillance monitors. Finn, Jake, and a handful of candy creatures stand around her.
For the 4th time this week, a citizen was kidnapped last night while inside the Candy Kingdom.
She presses play and surveillance footage begins. On the monitor, a foggy intersection at night. At the corner, 2 rectangular butter Toffies, the teenage Toffee boy and Toffee girl, are making out with feverish passion.
Oh, baby, I want to do it. I want to trade toffee fillings with you.
Let's do it. Let's go all the way.
About a block down, a strange shadow moves back and forth through the fog, zigzagging towards the 2 Toffies.
Okay, how does this work? I've never done this before.
Wait, did you hear that?
They listen together. The thing gets closer, and we can make out the shape, a shark fin.
I'm sure it was nothing.
Whoosh! Toffee boy vanishes into the fog along with the fin.
Toffee boy! Toffee boy!
Toffee girl runs away hysterically down the street. The video goes fuzzy. Back to Princess Bubblegum.
Vanished without a trace. Oh, right. Except for this.
Princess Bubblegum holds out what looks like a shark tooth with a blue computer chip sticking out from it. Finn puts his hand tenderly on PB's shoulder.
Don't worry, PB. We'll find out who's scooping your candy peeps. Come on, Jake. There's not a moment to waste.
Exterior Candy Kingdom street corner hours later. Finn and Jake stand with arms crossed and glazed over eyes in front of Starchy, a mustachioed chocolate malt ball with a few screws loose. They're at the exact intersection seen in the surveillance video.
Last night.
Finn and Jake perk up at this.
Oh, yeah, I seen somebody here last night. A little fella with a round body, blue cap, and a big mustache.
Was it you in that antique mirror?
Finn points at an ornate mirror on a storefront a few feet behind Starchy. Starchy rubs his head in mild embarrassment.
Oh, hey, so it was.
Starchy wanders away and Finn and Jake sit down on the curb.
Can we go home, Finn? We've been interviewing candy cats all day and my brain's about to explode.
Look, dude, I'm bored as heck too, but we promised Princess Bubblegum we'd solve this mystery.
We've solved mysteries for Princess Bubblegum every day for the past month. When's our day off?
I guess we do deserve a break.
The Gumball Guardian peeks his head over the fortress wall.
Do not fear, Finn and Jake. Under my watch, none shall breach these fortress walls. None further.
Finn and Jake shrug and head for the palace gate. Interior, Finn and Jake's bedroom, night. Jake and Finn lay sleeping contentedly in their beds on either side of the huge winding tree trunk. The window, a faint rustling at the window. A red stinger slips under the window pane and lifts it open. An adorable chipmunk with a stinger for a tail crawls in. The Scorp Monk. The Scorp Monk scans the room and, spotting Finn and Jake, motions behind him. His goon, the land shark, exactly what the name implies, squeezes his huge body through the window. BMO's corner. In the corner of the room, the tiny robotic BMO awakens with the rustling. BMO spots Scorp Monk and gasps. She tries to make a break for it, but thunk. The land shark, its large buck teeth showing, simply plops on top of the little robot, pinning it under his body.
Finn!
Finn's bed. Finn's eyes open. The massive shark and tiny rodent, the latter holding a black bag, stand over him on either side.
Wah!
The Scorp Monk leaps at Finn and everything goes black. Interior, Dr. Gross's lab, orientation room, morning. Finn's eyes blink open. He's in a darkened mini-theater with about a dozen seats in 2 rows. Muzak plays from speakers attached to the projector screen in front of him.
Greetings, lucky creator, and congratulations.
Finn gasps at the sight of the grainy video on the screen. On the screen, a distinctive figure with a mohawk, a half-metal face sits at her desk in a large, tasteful office. It's Dr. Gross, evil genius, cyborg, and known lover of genetic tinkering.
I'm celebrated bioengineer Dr. Carol Gross, and you've been selected to join my research team as a creativist.
The word creativitist appears in a rainbow font overlay. Dr. Gross gets up and stands in front of a wall covered with illustrations of bizarre animals.
Together, we'll embark on my most ambitious project yet, repopulating the entire land of Oo with a brand new kingdom of hybrid animals. Come with me.
Dr. Gross descends a flight of stairs into a huge dome-shaped room. An assortment of creatures, many of them familiar, bustle around the floor space dressed in lab coats.
Welcome to the imagination room.
The camera pans to various creativitists plotting out their ideas for hybrid animals. Some scribble outlines on paper. Others paint a hippo with a popsicle for a body on a large canvas. A few relax on couches playing video games.
Here, an idea is more than just a thought. Every sketch, every painting is the blueprint for a unique hybrid animal.
She pauses beside the youthful wizard, Abracadaniel, who hacks away at a controller, deeply engrossed in a video game.
Isn't that right, Abracadaniel?
Yeah, whatever.
Dr. Gross reacts like he just told a great joke.
Love it!
She walks over to a huge machine in the center of the room.
When an employee feels their creation is ready, we insert it here into the idea machine.
2 Candy Person employees lift the completed painting of the popsicle hippo onto a conveyor belt. It disappears into the machine, and monitors spit out indecipherable lines of data.
In mere milliseconds, pure creativity is converted into pure biodata. The result, a DNA profile for the newest member of our fauna family.
She walks to the output side of the machine where a laser faces down over a metal platform.
Behold the power of science!
Pajoom! The laser blasts a wide beam of red light onto the platform. When the smoke clears, the popsicle hippo stands bewildered by its own existence. The creature inhales as if to moo at them, but instead just sticks out its tongue and makes a loud farting noise.
Sometimes there are a few kinks to work out. Ha!
A final shot shows Dr. Gross walking towards the camera with smiling employees following behind her.
So put your creativity cap on and grab a paintbrush. You just completed the first step on your journey as a creativitist.
Muzak plays again and credits roll on screen. Back to Finn. The lights switch on. The Scorp monk stands in the doorway, eyeing Finn carefully.
Spoke to you last night, didn't we? Follow me.
Interior Dr. Gross's office moments later. Dr. Gross rises courteously as Finn enters, led by Scorp monk.
Finn. So glad you decided to join the team.
I didn't decide anything. This guy kidnapped me and Jake in our sleep.
Hearing this, Dr. Gross glares at Scorp monk with disapproval.
Scorp monk, is that true?
Scorp monk stares at the floor in shame. He nods.
How many times have I told you to stop kidnapping potential hires? Finn, I sincerely apologize. Here, have a glass of sparkling water.
She hands a glass of fizzy water to Finn. He jolts into his action stance and kicks it out of her hand.
Yeah!
Finn, I mean you no harm. You see, I've changed.
Dr. Gross walks pensively to a photo collage she has hung up. The photos show her adventuring happily. In one, she and Flame Princess ride hoverboards in the Cloud Kingdom. In another, she howls at the moon with the Y-Wolves.
After my lab exploded, I took some time off. I traveled, made new friends. I took up slam poetry.
Dr. Gross points to a photo of her performing at an open mic in what looks like a seedy bar. There are a handful of wildberry people in the audience, all wearing berets.
Before I knew it, I built up a new lab and a team of happy creativitists. Happy because I treat them fairly.
She steps towards a velvet red curtain behind her desk.
And I thought of you, Finn. You and that big creative brain of yours. Of course, I knew convincing you wouldn't be easy. And then I found this.
She pulls back the curtain, a gleaming crystal sword.
The crystal sword. But I've only seen it in...
Dreams? I had a hunch. It's yours, Finn, if you agree to give working for me a shot.
Finn snaps out of the trance and turns to Dr. Gross.
I don't care how much you've changed, or how sweet your swords are. I'm an adventurer, and I'll never be chained to a desk.
I'm sorry to hear that, Finn. The exit is that way. But you may have a difficult time convincing your friend Jake.
Dr. Gross steps to the window and points toward Jake, who is on the lower level engrossed in a game of ping pong. The relaxation station. Jake smashes the ping pong ball across the table, taking the point handily against Science Cat, an orange tabby cat in glasses and a lab coat.
Yes! Suck on that, brainy cat.
Curse these science-trained hands.
Finn approaches Jake and attempts to lead him to the exit.
Yo, Jake, let's get out of here.
Dude, are you kidding me? It's awesome here.
What?
All you gotta do is draw weird animals for like 10 minutes. Then you can spend the rest of the day playing games and crap.
But what about Toffee Boy and the other candy creatures? PB sent us on a quest to save them, remember?
Way ahead of you, dude.
Jake points over to a nearby swing set, where the handful of kidnapped candy creatures are happily playing on a swing set.
Here's to never going home!
They all cheer in agreement. Finn can't believe his eyes.
See? Everything's cool here. Plus, they got those little biscuits with the cream filling.
Jake grabs a biscuit from a tray and stuffs it in his mouth.
We have those biscuits at home.
But these ones are free.
Dr. Gross appears beside Finn. She waves the crystal sword in front of his eyes.
Why not give it a shot, Finn?
Dude, crystal sword all the way.
Finn stares at his reflection in the glimmering blade. Interior, imagination room later. Scritch, scratch. A pen strikes across a notepad. Finn sits in an oblong chair drawing, his leg bobbing restlessly.
A little more bumpy there, a little splash of yellow, and done!
He raises his creation, a gecko with a flashlight for a body.
1 down, 16 to go.
Oh, how about this?
Nearby, in front of a large blank canvas, Finn notices 2 old acquaintances. Choose Goose, a wild-eyed goose in Renaissance attire who always speaks in rhyme, and Brad, a tiny blue hunk with a superiority complex. Choose Goose steps forward with 2 paintbrushes and dips one into the blue paint, one into the black.
A topsy-turvy blue-black fish, rub its tail and make a wish.
Brad shrugs his shoulders.
It's been done.
Brad is keen to share his thoughts, but aiding Choose Goose he is not.
Listen, choosy boy. I can't be wasting my time with lame-o collabs. Brad is on his way up, and Choose Goose is bringing him down. I'm outie.
Brad throws up a peace sign and walks off. Finn comes over.
Don't worry, Choose Goose. I like your Make-A-Wish fish.
Really? You really do? Gee, what a rush. You're making me blush.
Choose Goose heads for the idea machine to submit his painting. Finn smiles and sits down and keeps drawing. His hand speeds up. Pages of sketches fly off the notepad. Finally, click, a stapler clamps down onto a thick stack. The idea machine continuous. Finn approaches Dr. Gross with his package of designs.
Here you go, Dr. Gross. 17 phenom geckos.
Good, very good. Nice detail on the gecko with a tiny diorama of the rainforest inside his pupil.
She feeds the sketches into the machine. Right on cue, 2 candy creatures arrive next to her with the crystal sword.
As promised.
Finn barely looks at the sword as Dr. Gross hands it over.
Huh. So that's it?
A loud whir comes from the other side of the machine, where the laser is blasting downward. They both rush towards it. When the laser fades, 17 tiny geckos with various bizarre hybridizations appear, scampering around the chamber.
Look at the little guys go.
They're excited to be alive, Finn. All thanks to you. Won't you consider designing a few more?
Before Finn can answer, Jake appears with the crystal sword.
Dude, you dropped the sword.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway, I beat everybody here at ping pong, so I'm good to go.
I've, gotta stay for the candy creatures, so I can report to PB that they're okay.
What? But you said... Hey, you sure you ain't just starting to like it here?
What? Me liking a job? No way.
Oh, Finn.
Dr. Gross is holding an abacus in one hand and an albatross perches on the other.
This albatross won't design itself.
Well, see you at quitting time.
Jake watches Finn go with concern. He tries to shrug it off.
Well, if you need me, I'll be hanging at the relaxation station.
Jake goes for a high five, but no one is there. His face falls and he high fives himself. Interior imagination room over the next few hours. Cue music over a montage of Finn and Dr. Gross excitedly sketching various hybrid animals and then creating them with the idea machine. A revolving door of strange creatures emerge from the laser chamber. One by one we see a frog with a basketball for a body, a giraffe with a short neck and legs like a wiener dog, a humanoid dolphin with cargo shorts and a Hawaiian shirt. The doll Fun Guy gives them a Fonzie-esque thumbs up.
Hey!
Finn and Dr. Gross laugh together joyfully. Interior Dr. Gross's office later. Glug, glug. Dr. Gross fills a glass with carbonated water dispensed from a large metallic cooler. She hands it to Finn.
Dr. Gross, I owe you an apology. You were right, my big creative brain needed a boost.
Oh, think nothing of it. Besides, I've got plans for you, Finn. Or should I say, partner?
Finn's eyes widen. He takes a gulp of sparkling water. Dr. Gross goes over to a large map of ooh posted on the wall.
Now that we've brought these creatures to life, it's time to reintegrate them. Just imagine our creations roaming free all across the land of ooh!
That sounds awesome and kind of, I don't know, meaningful.
You'd be a hero to all the creatures. There's just one thing.
She turns away, her face changing.
It's your friend Jake. He is, without a doubt, the worst employee we've ever had. He just sits there all day gaming.
She points through the window at Jake, who is gaming at the relaxation station. His avatar is a formless floating blob. The blob absorbs a smaller blob and grows a little bigger.
A liability to our entire team. I was thinking you could deliver the news.
You want me to fire Jake?
It's the right thing to do, Finn.
Finn sighs with apparent resignation, staring down at Jake. Suddenly, Jake's video game screen shows in a large font, "You win."
Oh yeah, baby!
Jake jumps up on the couch and does a victory dance. It's classic Jake, all flailing arms and shimmying hips. Finn giggles, then turns to Dr. Gross defiantly.
No deal, Dr. Gross. If Jake goes, I go too.
Dr. Gross turns away, disappointed. Her face grows menacing.
I thought you might say that, which is why I took precautions.
She spins to face him and points at his glass.
Namely, I switched the carbonation in your water with my experimental sleep-inducing microbes.
Finn gasps, holding the glass up to his eye. On the surface of the water, what looked like bubbles are now scuttling around like bugs. He drops the glass as his knees buckle. Just as his eyes close in sleep, he can make out Dr. Gross holding up a blue microchip.
It's time for your re-education.
Interior Imagination Room, Relaxation Station, later. Jake sits alongside Science Cat, Abracadaniel, and Shoes Goose, playing a game in multiplayer mode. A victory sound effect is heard, and Jake jumps up on the couch.
Yes! In your face, dudes!
The other three creativitists look annoyed.
Nice one, Jake. I gotta get back to drawing that bumblebee for now.
Abracadaniel and Shoes Goose chatter in agreement. The three of them get up and head off to their respective workstations.
Hey, wait! Best 2 out of 3? Come on, guys, don't be lame.
The Scorp Monk stands over Jake with his arms crossed.
Floor manager wants to talk to you.
We don't have a floor manager.
Do too. Follow me.
Interior Finn's new office a minute later. A strangely rigid Finn stands at the window of an impeccably decorated office. He wears a dress shirt and tie, hatless with his blonde hair gelled back. Jake enters with Scorp Monk.
Hey, why'd Finn get a snazzy new office? I want an office. What's with the getup, dude?
Have a seat, Jacob.
Jake sits across from Finn's desk, while Finn pours himself a glass of sparkling water from a bottle and sips it slowly. Jake just stares in confusion. Finally, Finn sits down.
You're fired.
What?
Sorry, it's not working out.
Jake gets up on his chair and stabs a finger in Finn's face.
Look, dude, I don't know what's gotten into you, but you are not holding up the bro code right now.
Finn presses a button on his desk phone.
Scorp Monk, call security.
Just then, Jake spots the blue computer chip planted on Finn's forehead. He gasps just as the land shark, aka security, enters and plops down on top of Jake.
Ah! Oh, come on!
Much struggling, Jake's elastic hand squirms out from under the land shark. The hand slaps the chip off of Finn's forehead. Finn snaps out of it immediately.
Hey! Stop crushing my friend!
The land shark gets off, stares at Finn in annoyance, and leaves. Finn lifts Jake tenderly.
Jake, say something.
Need biscuits.
Interior Imagination Room continuous. Finn hurries out into the Imagination Room holding a barely conscious Jake. Dr. Gross is there, waiting for them. The employees all crowd around with concern.
Finn, did you do as I requested?
Yeah, but only 'cause you bugged me with a mind control chip!
Finn opens his hand to reveal the broken shards of the chip. The employees all gasp.
Mind control is, like, way out. And guess what? So is Brad.
The other employees murmur in agreement and follow Brad out.
Wait, I may have a proclivity for mind control, but I swear I'm a great boss aside from that.
As the kidnapped candy creatures amass around Finn, he hands the crystal sword to Dr. Gross.
I don't need your sword, Dr. Gross, or your job. I've already got one. Come on, little guys, let's go home.
Dr. Gross pleads with the employees as they reach the exit.
Wait! I'll give you anything you want. Healthcare with dental. I'm going to write a very emotional slap poem about this.
Finn leads the candies out, followed by Jake, who pauses next to a tray of biscuits. He licks his lips, then instantly creates a pouch on his belly and pours them in.
Heh, office perks, baby.
Exterior entrance to the Candy Kingdom later. Princess Bubblegum waits with candy guards in tow at the gate of the kingdom. Finn, Jake, and the kidnapped creatures arrive. They all rush into PB's arms.
Oh, my poor little candies. Thanks a million, guys.
No sweat, PB. Now if you'll excuse us, we got a date with some sleeping bags.
Actually, could you guys stick around?
Huh?
One of the Gumball Guardians has a bellyache and needs a tummy rub. Plus, Cookie Guy stole a bunch of medical icing from the hospital, and Cinnamon Roll Chef accidentally conjured 1,000 jubes in the royal kitchen. There are so many jubes.
Finn and Jake look at one another and shrug. They follow PB and the candies into the Candy Kingdom. The end.